My name is Brittany Morales, but I go by Brimo. I was born and raised in San Antonio, Texas. And when I was little, I knew that I was different, I guess. I never liked girly toys, Barbies or dolls. I hated wearing dresses. My mom had to wrestle me into dresses on Sunday mornings all the time because I would fight. I did not want to wear a dress to church. I liked playing with Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers and swords and guns. Video games. I liked going outside and playing outside, sports, on my scooter, things like that. I never wanted to be a girl when I was little because I didn't understand girls. Like, I thought that they always needed rescuing for some reason because there was always that damsel in distress. I didn't want to be like that. I wanted to be the person saving the day, and now I wanted to be like the dude, the warrior, or whatever that came and was like, oh, I'm gonna rescue you. Like, I wanted to be that. I didn't want to be a girl because I thought it was weird. I grew up in church my whole life, and I didn't really understand what being gay was. But when I did find out what it was, you know, more in like middle school age, it was always something negative. Like, there's those verses in the Bible that people use all the time to talk about how it's a sin and things like that, and so it scared me. It scared me a lot. I would go home and, like in middle school especially, I would pray, God, please don't let me be gay. Just please don't let me be gay. Please don't let me be gay. And I never really acted on it. I kind of just suppressed all of those feelings and just hid them away and didn't look back. And in high school, I tried to be more feminine. I tried to dress like my cousins did. You know, they were all so pretty, always had makeup, had their hair done, had boyfriends all the time, so I tried dating guys. But it was always really awkward for me. I knew, like, I guess internally that's not what I wanted, subconsciously. So when I tried dating guys, it never lasted more than maybe a month, if even. I was always like, no, this is weird, this is awkward. Dating a guy was just weird, so I just stopped after a while. I just completely just didn't even try. I was like, no, I'm good. People ask, I'll just say I haven't found the right person yet or something. So I stopped doing that. Also, I was really involved in my youth group, like I had been pretty much growing up. I was always at church and stuff. So in high school, I was super involved with my youth group. I was on the worship team. I was in fine arts, I acted in plays, I played softball, I did pretty much everything you could possibly do with the youth group. And I made a friend my senior year of high school, and we became super close, super fast. Like, we were always texting each other, passing notes in between class, hanging out. We would spend the night at each other's houses all the time. And eventually I got her to go to church with me. Not too long after that, I guess people started noticing that our relationship was unhealthy. So rumors started going around that we were gay. Which we weren't. We never dated. Our relationship wasn't like that. We just were unhealthy. We were confronted by like youth leaders and pastors and people at the church and stuff, and they really made me feel bad. They basically told me I was like a sinner or something. I needed to stop what I was doing. I got kicked off the worship team twice. I just had to leave. I couldn't take it anymore. Like, the sentiment there, it really hurt me and it affected me a lot, and I couldn't believe that a place I had given so much time and energy and love into, like, treated me like that. So I stopped going to church for a while, and then I drugged this person with me to Bible college. I don't know why I thought it would be any better over there, but we told people that we were sisters to discourage, like, rumors about us being gay again. And we kept getting in trouble. They found out we lied about that, so we kept getting in trouble for a bunch of random things. And after about 3 semesters, we were suspended. And at that point, I just couldn't fight anymore. I had put so much energy into fighting anybody that tried to take her out of my life that I got super, super depressed. I didn't want to live anymore. I lost a bunch of weight. I was not mentally okay. I just wasn't myself. Oh, so much stuff had just changed about me, and I wasn't the same person anymore. And it was then that she finally decided, you know, she didn't want anything to do with me anymore, and I couldn't fight anymore, so I finally just let her go. It was then that I finally said, you know, I'm gay. I can't fight these feelings anymore, because if I do, I'm just going to be in more agony. Like, I'm not happy, I'm depressed, I don't want to live anymore. And all those feelings from the church and stuff about God not liking gay people, I prayed and I said, God, I'm so sorry if this isn't what you want for me, but I can't fight these feelings anymore. They obviously came out subconsciously in an unhealthy way, and I can't just suppress them anymore. So I'm sorry if this isn't what you want, but I need to explore this. I need to let it out and just be who I am. And so I slowly started trying to find other gay people. I started doing research and stuff about like what the Bible really did say about homosexuality and about how God really felt about it, and just reading books. Like I read Shelley Wright's book, I read Stranger at the Gate by Mel White, I watched documentaries on Netflix and other movies and things about it, and I just, you know, explored and stuff. And I slowly started telling people that I was gay. My cousin Melissa, I told her, and I was like, I need to tell you something. And she's like, are you okay? What's wrong? And I was like, I'm gay. Oh, I knew that. What do you mean you knew that? You know, I just told you or whatever. And she's like, well, this, that. And I was like, oh, okay, so you knew. And she's like, yeah. She's like, it's okay, blah, blah, blah. And it took me a while before I actually told my parents, because they were the ones that I was so scared to tell. I was so scared to tell my parents because of everything that had happened with the church and all that, and their feelings kind of towards that. I knew they were having a rough time with it as well. So I told them finally, you know, practically bawling my eyes out each time, but I told them. And knowing that my parents still accepted me and still loved me was so important, and it felt so good to know that they still loved me, they still cared about me. And one thing that my dad told me is always going to stick with me, you know, and it also helped me with my acceptance of God actually accepting me and of God still loving me. But my dad and I were talking about it one night, and I don't really remember what the conversation was about, but one thing that he said, you know, if God really made you this way, God doesn't make mistakes. And it was just like a light bulb, you know, it was like an epiphany. And I was just like, if my earthly father loves me this much, how much more does my heavenly father love me? Because he's the one that created me, you know, like he created me for who I am. So obviously he created me to be gay. So God obviously loved me. And it was just that I slowly started being able to accept it. Luckily for me, I have a gay aunt, and she was going to an LGBT-friendly church here in San Antonio. So through her, I met the pastor. I started getting involved, and now I'm actually a pastor at the same church. I'm actually building up a youth group right now to help teenagers who are going through what I went through, you know, and actually building a safe place for them to just be who they are and not have to worry about judgment or them being kicked off the worship team because they're gay, or just crazy things that I went through. I don't want anybody else to go through. It gets better. I'm so much happier now. I went back to school, I graduated, I have my bachelor's degree now. I'm a pastor, like I said, and I want to help other teenagers that are going through what I went through. And life is just so much better, and it can get better for you. Maybe you're going through a rough time, maybe you have people in your life that don't necessarily accept you, but there are people out there that will accept you and that will love you, because we're all in this together. It gets a lot better. So if you're watching this and you're in San Antonio, I invite you to come to our youth group. We're gonna start meeting every Wednesday. I'm gonna have all the information, all that links underneath this video, all that good stuff. And even if you're not, you know, check out our YouTube channel, check out our Twitter, our Facebook. You can email me. I'm always available for support, you know, advice, prayer, whatever I can do for you guys, because life does get a lot better and people are here for you. So if nobody else tells you that they love you today, I love you. And I think you're awesome. And life is going to get so much better in the future.